Hello everybody, my name is Howell and welcome back to Minecraft. Have you ever had one of those days where you record a video game for like 3 hours, only to realize that for some reason the audio doesn't work? Yeah, me neither. Just totally a coincidence that I'm saying that. So this video is a little screwed up, and I'm just going to narrate over it because that's the best I can do. I did get some pretty cool stuff here that I didn't realize from last time with the skeletons. Like I'm sure you noticed, I got another power bow level 2 helmet that gives me respiration. I think I got 2 of those. Right here, you're seeing what I would refer to as a bush zombie. It's actually pretty weird. And then, so I was looking for wolves, and that's basically what my goal was. I wanted to find more, and wouldn't you know it, 2 of them. I've been searching so hard to get wolves. It took me such a long time, and it only took me like 30 minutes. I realize this is only like the 1 minute point, but that's how I had to edit this down. And now I got a little tiny wolf. And watch him attack. He's so vicious. Look at this vicious little guy. He's very well trained. And then I just found another one. 3. And that one was like less than 5 minutes from the other one. And of course I had to create more wolves because I didn't want them to, die on me. And I found like a little alpaca llama thing. I think it's adorable. But at a certain point I was realizing that I definitely needed to get back, and I was collecting flowers for like pigments because I wanted to like diversify and give them like different colors. So you'll see right here that I started using the flowers to make dyes and everything. Made this one gold. And then I was working on the bow, and I got it to a power 3, which is pretty sweet. And then I had the 2 punch bows, which I forgot to mention. I got 2 bows that are punch level 1. I don't really know what that does. But trying to repair that bow took 17 levels, so I couldn't do it. But I did manage to try it and broke the damn thing. And as you know, purple is my favorite color, but giving that to the dog leveled it up, made it a beast level creature. And as you can see, I got way more of them, and someone decided they wanted to fight me while I had a pack of dogs. I just needed to get one of them. It was pretty quick. It was very, very successful. I was pretty happy with that. I fed them, by the way. I don't leave them hurt. So I was getting my bed because I was getting ready to go. I know I mentioned like a couple episodes or whatever ago that I was planning... Oh yeah, that one's the leader, by the way. His name's Clyde. And so I take all these guys out, but I'm planning on going to where the end portal is. And, yeah, again, getting more pigment. So I got a boat and I'm ready to go. And I noticed none of the dogs are with me, which kind of sucks, so I guess I couldn't take them. I had to put up markers. So all those markers are just so that way I remember my way. And I'm doing this again. And I noticed that it's actually going to my right instead of straight, or mostly straight, which gave me the hint that I was getting really close because it changed direction so extremely. And I wanted to make sure you could see them, from one pillar to another. I want to make sure you could see them both. Put a little arrow so I'd remember just in case I had to pick this up later. I ended up doing this for 3 hours, but yeah, so I get to the village and immediately there's a raid. It's just my luck. So, first wave, not that big of a deal. I just take these little pricks out. And then this asshole was just like running like crazy. Just dodging all my perfectly timed shots. As you can see that. There's another one later. You'll see what I'm talking about. These guys are crazy. But then, of course, there's never just one wave of them. These guys hit surprisingly hard, even when you have armor. The axe dudes. And then wave 3. Yeah, so I was a bit dumb. I kind of charged in there and got surrounded and got wrecked. Luckily, my base is always near the respawn point, so I kind of made it for that reason in case I died without a respawn point. And when I got back to here, all my dogs were still here, so they fought, and I accidentally took one with me. So I'm just like trying to fight to get through. so that way I can get to my stuff and nearly off myself. So I did finally manage to get to my stuff, but of course there's still enemies left. So I was kind of scrambling just to make sure I didn't get killed in the process. And yeah, as you can see, even though I killed the enemy, I was severely damaged. And I found a bed this time to sleep in, so that way, in case I died again, I was trying to play it smart so that way I could come back. But yeah, I killed that thing. And then there was a slime, which I don't see too many of those. So yeah, then there's just this whole horde of enemies. And as you know, the axe guys do an insane amount of damage to you. And I died, but like I said before, I was ready. Except not ready enough. And then I ran to my stuff so that way I could take them out. And because I had already hit them so many times, each one of them died with just a single hit, which was pretty nice. And there was another one who's right around the corner that I totally just completely missed. And I heard him coming at me. And then this is the first time I saw that, you know, things can ride those, which is pretty terrifying. I did manage to take it out, but keep in mind the trident does, like, what is it, 9 damage? It does a lot of damage. And these things take so many hits. Yeah, there was 2 of them. I apologize for your eardrums. That thing was so damn loud. And then this dude just constantly zipping around. And I forget what that thing was called. It's like a resurrection something. Totem of resurrection or totem of undying. And then I see this like little thing over here. It's crazy. I didn't know what the hell it was. So I'm just trying to kill it. I think it's some sort of a pixie. But I really don't know. I was trying to trade with like every villager I could to get things. Yeah, I was successful in some parts. Not in others, because I had so many emeralds, and I also looted all of their houses. I had to kill another pixie. And then this is me trying to get a horse, because I figured I knew which direction I had to go in, so I'd just get a horse, break a horse, and then it would be easier to travel there, because I didn't really know how far I had to go. And then I'm making another pillar for myself, just so that way I can kind of see where I was, so I know the path that I'm supposed to take. Ready to get my bed, so I'm ready to go. And then I throw this up, and notice that it's behind me, which is not what I expected. And I'm just trying to get a feel for where it's actually at, so I'm going to throw another one. And I got no clue where it went. And you notice that? It goes down into the ground. And from my knowledge, that only means one thing. It is, in fact, in the ground. So I'm not necessarily right on top of it, but I am. It's in my general area. So I dug down, sort of set up like a little base kind of thing because I figured I'd be there for a while. Nearly suffocated myself. Took me a little bit to realize my fist could not break through the rock quick enough. I actually did do a couple test throws to see which kind of direction I had to dig in. I cut that out. I cut out a lot of stuff, but I did finally make it into whatever sort of chamber this is. I've been in a similar sort of thing before. I'm not sure if I recorded anything like that. I might have, but yeah, this shit. I knew what I was getting into. There's going to be a bunch of different paths. Lots of them lead into dead ends, and I'm going to get lost several times. So, you know, I did what I could. Found a couple pickaxes, which was pretty nice. That way I don't have to use the diamond one. And an Eye of Ender, or Ender Pearl, which I can use to make an Eye of Ender, which is really nice. So I'm searching around, and of course I have no idea where I'm going. I did have to, you know, use my Ender Pearls, or Eyes of Ender. There's a library here, which I got a compass. That was cool. And then over here, I got looting and quick charge enchantment book. So I collected the torches. I kind of got everything that was out there. I blocked that off, so that way I knew not to go in there. And then there's another one, of course. And they all seem to be set up kind of the same. This one was nice. Infinity. Efficiency 3 and Affinity. And then Thorns, Luck of the Sea, and another Infinity, which you can use on a bow, which makes it to where you get infinite ammo. And Feather Falling 4, I don't know if you saw that. But yeah, these setups all seem kind of like it's the same. I don't know if there's any like extreme variation. And then, of course, there was one more thing in here. It's piercing 3, and I think the other one was piercing. Nope. Sharpness, and then something else. Sorry if I'm kind of rushing through this. I'm trying to do the best I can. So I go back through here, only to notice it's going up, which, yet again, confusing. And there's an opening there, so I'm like, sweet. I'm going to get a shortcut. I'm going to be real sneaky about it. Well, things don't always work out the way you want them to. So I was digging through here, and I got to it. I'm like, sweet. It's a little weird looking, not what I expected. And so it must be that there's a cave, like a tiny little smidgen of a cave system that runs through this whole thing. And I was thinking, okay, I thought it was the chamber, the correct thing to go through, so I dig through both sides and just nothing. It did not work out very well. Yeah, so I used another one of these. Looked like it went in that direction. So I figured, okay, there's got to be something else. And I go through the other systems only to find these dickheads. So I take their little bitch asses out pretty easily. Because tridents are overpowered as shit. Okay. So I didn't go that way despite the way what it looks. I actually backtracked a bit to block off some other areas because I figured that's that area. And I noticed that goes down. If you saw that, it actually did go down, and I'm like, okay, well, let's go down here. Dead end. So many dead ends. So I went back to the area where you saw me place down the torch. And then there's a zombie. So, not just one either. I think there's 3 of them. But luckily, the trident makes, like, easy work of them. So, here's where we get to the good meaty stuff. I get down here, and this is looking good. Because it looks totally different from the other areas. And then look at what I see. A spawner. A little silverfish trying to attack me. So I go up and I try to destroy this spawner real quick. And, guys, there it is. The thing I've been looking for this whole time. And of course, unfortunately, you can't hear the genuine excitement that I felt, or like half the shit. This episode would have been like half an hour long. But yeah, super pumped about that, and the next episode will be better. So I will get back to that, and I'll explain stuff in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, and bye.